Our judges scoring this one come from Korea, Slovakia, Uzbekistan, Egypt and Poland. So NISANT DEV approaching the red corner ahead of this light middleweight quarter-final. His opponent, Vadim MUSAEV, Tamala, is our referee. And this contest at the quarter-final stage of the 71-kilogram light middleweight tournament is underway. It's between fellow southpaws from India and the Russian Boxing Federation. Similar in height but totally different in stature. And the man in red, who has just scored with a good right jab to both head and body, is NISANT DEV, just 20 years of age, the reigning Indian national champion, competing in his first senior world boxing championships, as is his 20-year-old opponent from the Russian Boxing Federation, Vadim MUSAEV. He too claimed his first national title earlier this year. Fourth bout of the tournament for NISANT DEV, whereas MUSAEV received a bye in the first preliminary round. In the first round, he scored a knockout, his first contest in the round of 32. He scored a knockout in 29 seconds with southpaw left, straight around the rear of MUSAEV's head, making those rabbit punches from NISANT DEV, and that is what both the man in blue and the referee are pointing out in the direction of the Indian boxer. So NISANT DEV keeping his composure. He possesses terrific reflexes, was picked off by a southpaw right there after he fell short. But look at the confidence from young NISANT DEV. Even though the both men are a similar height, given the gap in age, hesitant to say that it's man against boy, but the two men do look as though they belong to different weight classes, even though they are similar in height. MUSAEV, mature, developed athlete physically. You get the impression that NISANT DEV has more filling out to do. Who knows what weight he will end up at as he continues to, no doubt, mature and develop physically. Of course, with the aid of training, could end up as a middleweight or indeed a light heavyweight, as MUSAEV comes forward, tucking up cleverly in a shell is NISANT DEV, keeping his composure. Making the man fall short once again was NISANT DEV, but he couldn't make him pay. MUSAEV not really finding the range with that vaunted backhand. Firing it in with bad intentions, but he's been rather inaccurate. So again, inaccurate work from both men to conclude. So we move into the second round. NISANT DEV looking to score with that long straight right jab to the body. Looping roundhouse left is a rabbit punch once again from NISANT DEV, but no intervention from the referee or complaint from MUSAEV. Good movement around the perimeter of the boxing ring in a counterclockwise direction from the Indian boxer. One of 5 quarter-finalists from the 13 men they sent as entrants to Belgrade 2021. Russia sent the same number of entrants and have got 8 men in the quarter-finals. And again, no real accuracy behind that big backhand that MUSAEV possesses. Here he did score with a straight left to the body, but NISANT DEV, can he utilize his terrific speeds? He extends a right jab to the body of his opponent. There he's driven back by a reverse 1-2. The right hand did catch him. And again, all of these valuable learning experiences. And against a man 8 years older than he, fellow national champion, NISANT DEV has produced some quality performances in his 3 contests so far, answering so many questions. His nose has been giving him problems in the sense that it's been damaged in his 2 preceding contests. But against Mervyn Clare, the Tokyo Olympic Games quarter-finalist in the round of 32, when he demonstrated real resilience and fighting spirit and heart and all of the other intangibles that you really cannot teach. To some extent they're innate, because he was really distressed by the difficulty that he had breathing, but he kept his focus and remained on task to box his way through to a 4-1 split decision verdict over Mervyn Clare, reaching with that overhand left. He's got to take his feet with him if he's going to launch that shot, NISANT DEV. A little closer on that occasion, but MUSAEV, his presence, his experience, even though it's the first World Championships for both of them, he's got a greater depth of experience, and there's a roundhouse left which lands from MUSAEV, and then a right hand, and NISANT DEV, though, willing to engage in trade-offs with the bigger puncher and roughing him up on the inside, hitting him from behind. So once again, NISANT DEV demonstrating his competitive spirit that burns brightly. Good right hand to the body from NISANT DEV. Illegal tactic employed by MUSAEV. Remember, MUSAEV taking the first round on a 4-1 split, but again, you have to credit as NISANT DEV gets through with a right hook. Terrific fight back from the man in red. This young man is world champion, but crucially, despite the spirited fight back, MUSAEV has taken it on 3 to unfold. But given what has taken place and the fact that MUSAEV edging it 3-2, he's got a 20 points to 18 lead for a majority of the judges. And so NISANT DEV is going to have to produce a massive final round, and the simplest way to do that is to take your man out of there, ensure that he doesn't hear the final bell, that he doesn't make the final bell. Can NISANT DEV produce that type of display against MUSAEV of the Russian Boxing Federation? Jolting right jab. Same shot once again. And it's not been an easy night this for MUSAEV, despite his advantageous position on the scorecards, because Dev is so speedy and so long as a 71 kilogram light middleweight, and he turns the qualities that he has into strong assets. And MUSAEV again, short of the mark with his double jab left cross. MUSAEV coming forwards. He's got a vocal core of support in attendance here at the Stark Arena. He hasn't really found the range with any consistency. He's just done a little bit more than NISANT DEV in the 2 completed rounds, particularly in the second round, where NISANT DEV elected to go toe-to-toe with MUSAEV in a shootout at center ring. So comparatively low punch output here in the 3rd and final round. Not sure whether NISANT DEV, and it appears as though he's putting his store into a single knockout shot, but that's the only way he can overturn the deficit now. And with MUSAEV going backwards, it's going to be very difficult indeed to take the man out with a single shot. So the clock continues to tick then. NISANT DEV just creeping forwards. There you see him lining up the big backhand. He came back with a right hook, but neither shot found the mark, nor did the attempted punches from MUSAEV, whose left hand has been launched repeatedly, but he hasn't really been very accurate with it during the course of this quarterfinal. But he has been accurate enough that he is going to be going through to the semi-final stage, for my money, of Mexico. Let's get the verdict. And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Vadim MUSAEV, the man from Dagestan, eliminating his fellow reigning national champion with a 4-1 split decision victory. And he goes through to the semi-finals of the light middleweight division, applauding himself and indeed his coaching team.